I did not expect to enjoy this movie in the slightest. Hate on me all you want, but I have not seen the original Roadhouse. Probably won't for a while. I'm busy at the moment, okay? I've got exams. Not at the moment. I have to study for them because they're in like 2 months and they're my last exams of high school. So yeah, that's fun. But this movie really surprised me, and it's got a lot of action. So yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to SheaRants where horror reigns supreme. Except not today because this is where action reigns supreme today because I'm talking about what the hell am I talking about? Roadhouse. I forgot what I was talking about. And yeah, this movie's really cool. For one, it stars Jake Gyllenhaal as this kind of ambiguous, just loner action dude. Your typical kind of hero. He rolls in a town. There's this corporation he wants to flatten this roadhouse pub, literally just called the Roadhouse. Bit of a dumb name for a pub, if you ask me, but to each their own. But he comes in, he tries to help them save the place, I guess, and he does. But at what cost? I'll tell you, a load of cool action scenes. That's what the cost is, and it was well worth it. Now, I must say, this movie's not without its downfalls. It's very long. It's 2 hours long. If you're not into a movie that's 2 hours long, you're not going to like it, okay? If you're looking for like an hour and a half action comedy movie, this ain't for you. If you're looking for a 2 hour action comedy movie, this is for you. If you're looking for something that's a bit more story driven, I'd also recommend this. It does have a good story as well. Now, did I expect this to be good? Yes. Did I expect myself to enjoy it this much? Hell no. I never expected myself to enjoy a movie which is a remake of a movie I've never seen. Well, I did. And now I have to watch the original. In a while, though. Not at the moment. I'm busy. But, yeah. So, Jake Gyllenhaal, he is fantastic in this movie. Also, I didn't realise that Conor McGregor was actually in this movie. I thought he was just, like, in this movie for a few scenes. He's, like, the big bad of the movie. He's, like, the guy who they have the best action sequences, I guess. Yeah, he's the guy they have the best action sequences with him and Jake Gyllenhaal fighting. Like, their fight at the end of this movie, I did not even expect. Like, that's the last 20 minutes of the movie, but I didn't even expect the last 20 minutes of the movie to happen because it kind of, like, right before the movie ends, it's kind of at a point where you think it's about to end, but then it doesn't. And it keeps going, and then it shows you this really cool action sequence, and you're just like, I'm so glad this kept going. This is so worth it. I love this. Now, the downside of this movie, as I said, it is about 2 hours long. So if you're not into 2 hour long movies, firstly, what else are you going to do? You're not going to go outside. Secondly, it did kind of foreshadow that a kid died. Thankfully, she didn't. But there's a kind of, like, a big, like, problem with me in movies. I can't watch something which kills a kid. I can't watch something which kills a dog or any kind of animal. It just doesn't do it for me. I can't watch like the original Halloween and feel all good just because. Well, who's gonna feel all good watching that movie anyway? But I can't properly enjoy it when they show like a dead dog on screen. It just kind of as a dog owner myself, I don't like it. But yeah, so this going back to the movie, that's the main reason you're here. It's good, to say the least. The action sequences are top tier. Now, just talking about the lighting and the actual look of the movie, it is also very, very well done. Whoever filmed the movie, the photography director of photography, they did a really good job with this movie because it looks amazing. Also, the soundtrack for this movie, I really did like the music for the fight scenes and also just when they're not fighting. I did enjoy the dynamic between Jake Gyllenhaal's character and the nurse character. They really worked well together. I did kind of like the fact that literally, they had this one guy who was supposed to be bad. He was on the bad team, but then, like, any time he'd see Jake Gyllenhaal, he'd literally just help him. Like, he did not want to get beaten up. Like, it was hilarious. He did, but he didn't want to. Like, just the moment when he arrives in the town, you kind of just instantly know what's going to happen. Because this kid with a book kind of explains it, but you don't really care about that, do ya? But, go to the beginning of this movie, because it starts in, like, this fight club, and then, you know, the first rule of Fight Club. No, I'm not doing that, but, so Jake Gyllenhaal goes in there, he's wearing, like, a hood, you don't know who he is yet, you know it's Jake Gyllenhaal, of course. He goes in, there's Post Malone beating up a guy. Then Jake Gyllenhaal goes in, and then Post Malone's just like, I ain't fighting him. Then he leaves. Then you never see him again. He's like a minor character in this movie for about 5 minutes. In fact, probably less, about 2 minutes. Then he goes. I'd say he was very muscly in this movie, which really surprised me. I did not think Post Malone was that muscly. Also, I did not think that Conor McGregor was 35 years old. Mainly because Jake Paul once challenged him to a fight, and I thought he only fighted people who live in senior living homes. But, yeah, so I did really enjoy this movie. Going back to the movie. Talking about Conor McGregor for a minute, though, in the movie, he is not the best actor, I'm going to say. With what he was given, he did do a good job, though. Because he does do a lot of fun things in the movie. He's very funny. He's very witty. He's kind of comedic. He's one of the funnier characters in the movie. Is that to the movie's benefit? Well, that depends on if you're a comedy kind of person. I feel it was kind of dragging it down for me. And some of the scenes in this movie do kind of go on for quite a while. But if you're going to look past that, you should be good. If you're not, then, well, you won't be. But, yeah. If you're just going to look at this movie from, like, a regular point of view and you're just going to think, well, this is just a fun action movie, it's got some witty lines, then you're probably going to like it. If you're not really a fan of comedy, not horror, comedy action, you're not really going to like it. But that's just my thoughts on Roadhouse. What do you guys think about it? Please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't seen this movie, please go watch it. It really deserved to go to cinemas because it really would have made a lot of money. And then, like, they could have literally just released it on streaming afterwards. I don't know why they just didn't release it in theatres. It's really good. But if you haven't seen this movie, it is on Amazon Prime. Or, you know, everyone has their ways of watching things nowadays, sadly. But, let me know your thoughts on this movie in the comments below if you have seen it. Until next time.